Sehlwile Mthwakazi omuhle silamukela njalo kwesinye isiqephu sethu sezindaba ngumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio. Namhla kungumvulo zingama-26 kuNkwenkwezi ngomnyaka ka-2025. Indaba lisethulelwa nguKhethiwe Chuma. Kwesihamba phambili namhlanje abalwela inkululeko bathi baza kuvimba icebo likaMnangagwa lokuvumela kokuthengiswa komhlaba. Umongameli uChamisa ukhuthaza abatsha ukuba baqedise udaba lokuthola uzibuse. Sokuvele imininingwana yethusayo ngenkohlakalo. Nanzi indaba zethu ngokugcweleyo. Abalwela inkululeko sebelande inkantolo ephezulu behlose ukuvimba uhulumende ukuvumela umthetho omusha oza kuvumela labo abathola umhlaba ngokwabiwa komhlaba kakutsha ukuba bawuthengise. Baye babhala laba abalwela inkululeko ukuba uEmmerson Mnangagwa kanye logatsha lwe-Land Commission kanye logatsha lwezokulima yibo kumele bazivikele kulolu daba. Kusenjalo owayemela iBhinga North edalele ePhalamende uPrince Dubeko Sibanda uthi lo umthetho ungomunye wezindlela zokutshontsha okwenziwa nguMnangagwa kanye labalingani bakhe abathi uKhutakhwirei abatshontshela abantu abampofu. Umongameli wabantu Advocate Nelson Chamisa usekhuthaze abantu abatsha ukuba baqedise udaba lokuzitholela uzibuse lolu olwaqaliswa ngabazali bethu. Uye wayisho lenkulumo lapha besethula inkulumo yakhe osukwini lokugubha izwekazi leAfrika. Umongameli uChamisa uthi abantu abasha kumele bafunde kulabo abaqala ukulwela inkululeko belisana labantu abamhlophe besasengabantu abatsha. Omela abasha kubandla eliphikisayo Bruce Moyo ukhuthaze abantu abatsha ukuba bathathe lo mlayezo kamongameli uChamisa bawusebenzise ukuze balethe utshintsho kweleZimbabwe. Siye sakhulumisana lalo wayevalelwe uLangton Mwanaka ukuze asiphe yakhe imbono ngokuba usuku lwe-Afrika lushoni kuye.
Hello Africa, I am Langton Mwanaka, a Zimbabwean ex-political detainee. As an African, I am supposed to celebrate the Africa Day. Unfortunately, the dictators in Africa are abusing the real meaning of this historic day. The sufferings in our motherland, Africa, are as a result of the dictators who believe that the so-called revolutionary parties have the right to oppress Africa's democracy warriors and brand all opposition political parties as their enemies. These revolutionary parties are masters of rigging elections, causing a failure to unite the people of this beautiful continent of Africa, resulting in leaving us even polarized and broken. Today, Mother Africa is bleeding of violence, intimidations, unlawful arrests. These are used by the African dictators as weapons to silence and oppress people and have become a norm. The systems in most African countries have been weaponized in favor of the ruling elite of revolutionary parties and against the will of democracy-loving people. Countries in Africa ruled by revolutionary parties have become brutal states. Africa's great young brave sons and daughters, if given the opportunity, they can take our continent to a very big economic hub. The likes of Captain Ibrahim Traore, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, Julius Malema, Bobby Wine, Boni, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and others. My message to all African leaders is: take responsibilities, not excuses. Protect the weak, not exploit them. Show vision, not confusion. Accept blame. Build trust, not fear. Admit your mistakes, not cover them. Work with integrity, not hidden agendas. Lastly, build bridges, not walls. for the people of our motherland, Africa. Thank you.
Omunye wayisiphathamandla sebandla elibusayo uJelas Mawarire useveze okwethusayo ngemininingwana yenkohlakalo eyenziwa yilabo abaseduze kukaMnangagwa. Lo athi sebethatha isimo sakhe sokuluphala lokuthi ulomkhuhlane wokukhohlwa akasenelisi ukwenza izinqumo njalo sebemenzela izinqumo. Uye wayenza enye ingxoxo. uMawarire uthe uMnangagwa akaselalo ikhono lokuba aphathe kuhulumende kanti njalo izinqumo sezisenziwa eplazini lakhe lisenziwa yilabo abambalwa abaseduze kwakhe besebenzisana lonkosikazi wakhe kanye loKhudakhwashe Takureyi. Ake sizweni le ingxoxiswano abelayo.
He's seeking a third term. The president is held hostage because of his mental status. He has been held hostage. And those that are holding him hostage, including his family, are those that are seeking a third term for him. The Khudakhwashe Takureyi, the John Panone Tsamangujiga, the Guamatanga permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance, the family of the president who are involved in this looting are the ones that are pushing for the third term. So the president has no say in this because he has no mental presence to understand what is happening around him. Decisions are being made at Prickhead Farm, at his farm in Kwekwe, more than 200 kilometers away from State House. That's where decisions are being made. And the fact that the president says officially that he doesn't seek, he's not seeking a third term, and everything else that is happening around him from his own ministers, the Minister of Local Government is a vehement campaigner for the third term. And his family and all these who are involved in looting national resources are pushing him. They are saying a different language. So it shows that the president is not in control. If he was in the few moments that he regains consciousness, he talks about being a constitutionalist. But because he's held hostage by those that are really in control of executive powers and are exercising executive powers on his behalf, the surrogate presidents that have said, Khudakhwashe Takureyi, he is being railroaded to a third term. That's the unfortunate situation. And the third term is really lucrative for these criminals. For instance, the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance, and on behalf of these six, also runs a treasury bill scandal in the country, where people who were issued out with treasury bills in 2019, when we had a change of currency, when the Zimbabwe government could not pay these, some of them are business people, when they couldn't either provide the Zim dollar that these people had used to apply for money from the Reserve Bank, to apply to get forex from the Reserve Bank. We had a situation where, because of the change of the currency, these people were then issued with treasury bills by the government of Zimbabwe. Some of the treasury bills that mature in 2042, some in 2047. But now the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance has created a market for these treasury bills, where if you hold $100 million worth of treasury bills, they persuade you to discount them. Some of the discounts get even to 80%. So you had $100 million treasury bill. It's discounted. You are paid $20 million cash on that day. But here is the corruption. The government of Zimbabwe does not only fork out 20 million. It pays the total value of the treasury bill as if it is matured. So 100 million is paid to you, but you have a separate arrangement with the lawyers of Guamatanga and the cabal, where you are supposed to pay 80 million to them. So the 100 million is transferred to you, but you'd only take 20 million because that's what's due to you. The 80 million goes to this cabal.
Kusenjalo ibandla leZANU-PF ngamalunga alo i-Central Committee izolo baye bathi kwaqa e-Brickep Farm lapho abathe basabuka indawo. Imbiko evelayo ibika ukuba amalunga e-Central Committee athenjiswe amagceke okwakhiwa lapho nxa bezavumelana lodaba luka-2030. Isiphathamandla sebandla eliphikisayo uStephen Sarkozy Chuma usole kakhulu ibandla elibusayo ngokudlalisa imali ebhadalwa imithelo yabantu ngokwenza ukuvakatshela eplazini likaMnangagwa lokhu okungalethi imphumela elizweni. Ake sizweni uChuma ekhuluma.
Hongu tiri kuhwa kuti matsotsi eZANU-PF avanogara mudare ravo reCentral Committee nezuro vanga vari kuBrickep Farm kukwekwe kupurazi ravaEmmerson Mnangagwa uko. Asi chatinoziva ndechekuti hapana zvisvinu zvakafambigwa kupurazi ikoko, asi kuti varume ava nevakadzi ava vakuru vari kungofambira chete nyaya yekuti vaMnangagwa vabvarure constitution, nyaya yekuti vaMnangagwa vakanganise bumbiro remutemo nekuzviwedzera mamwe makore ekutonga Zimbabwe zvisiri pasi pemutemo wenyika, bumbiro remutemo wenyika, constitution. Nyaya yavanga vafambira ikoko haisi nyaya yekuti vanoona zviri kuitwa papurazi iri, asi kuti nyaya yekuti vanoronga kuti vombunyikidza sei constitution kuti murume uyu anonzi Mnangagwa ari kunzi ari kurwara nepfungwa kuti arambe ari pachigaro, vachiba vachiita madiro, vanhu vachitambura, vanhu vachisafa. Saka iyi inyaya inotishungurudza kwazvo, asi chatiri kuona apa ndechekuti mari yenyika ndo iri kuwestiwa. Mari yenyika, makuponi avanenge vachizvipa ipapo vaenda kufama ikoko ndo ari kuwestiwa pasina kana chisvinu chinobatika chinouyawo kuvana veZimbabwe. Ava vanhu vane nhamo, tiri kuona zvinhu zvakaoma munyika, vanhu havana chikafu, mvura chaiyo chaiyo yakachena yekumwa vanhu vedu havana 45 years after independence. Saka inyaya inodzimba, inyaya inorwadza, asi nokukurudzira vana veZimbabwe kuti tese tine juti rokuti titaure tichikondema tichishora nyaya ye2030 agenda.
Ikhansila lebandla leZANU-PF eMwenezi West kuwadi leVenus Felani Balazi kubikwa ehlukumeza abantu bebandla eliphikisayo kulesi sabelo ebethusela ngodlame. uBalazi kubikwa ethusele lo wayekhankasela ukuba likhansila ngomnyaka ka-2023. uPhilisiwe Moyo lo amethusele ngokuba uza kumbulala njalo amxotshise emsebenzini. Ake sizweni othungamela ibandla eliphikisayo kweleMenezi uthine imaphepha ekhuluma ngalolu daba.
We have really a political crisis in the Mwenezi West, where we have an overzealous ZANU-PF councillor for Ward 11, Sifelani Balazi, threatening violence to a would-be employee of a primary school, a newly established primary school, Chavaskana Primary School. Philisiwe Moyo, who has been a contestant in the 2023 election as a councillor in the same ward, Ward 11, has been appointed as an ECD teacher there, but Councillor Balazi is none of it because she is his contestant. Therefore, she should not benefit from anything that can arise in that village because she belongs to an opposition formation led by President Advocate Nelson Chamisa. He made his maneuvers through the SDC, Mr. Madzire, the secretary for the SDC, who in turn fired Philisiwe Moyo from the newly appointed and loved job. What does this mean? What does this give as a picture for our Zimbabwe political terrain, it means we still have intolerance in Zimbabwe for political contestants. We still have an opposition party that feels no one else should benefit from the benefits of the country because he or she harbors political intentions from different political formations. So we are advising the government of ZANU-PF to prioritize the needs of the people irrespective of their political affiliation, irrespective of their color, irrespective of their creed. We want all the resources for Zimbabwe to benefit all the Zimbabweans without fear, without favor, and without intimidation. Thank you.
Lo osebenza kumakhasi okuxhumana njalo esaziwa kakhulu Thomas Chijanje usekuvumile ukuba uthole ukwethuselwa njalo lokuboshwa ngamalunga abasha ebandla leZANU-PF ngemva kokuba ephosele emakhasini okuxhumana indlela abantu abafa ngayo kwele Parirenyatwa Hospital okungadingekiyo. Kule inkundla sike sakhulumisana lezakhamizi lapho eziveze khona indlela abahlupheka ngayo labantu babo ababathandayo abafa ngendlela ebuhlungu kulesi sibhedlela ngenxa yokuswelakala kwemithi kanye lemtshina yokwelapha. Uchijanje uye waveza ukuba uye wachayelwa inamba ebingazivezanga ebimkhuza ngokuba akame ukube eveza izindaba ngokwenzakala esibhedlela saseParirenyatwa. Kusenjalo Uchijanje uthi uza kuqhubeka esenza lokhu akwenzayo njalo uhulumende kumele angenele alungise udaba lwezibhedlela. Ake simzweni ekhuluma.
Good day, this is Thomas Chijanje. So over time, I receive complaints about different issues, and it's not the first time that someone or some people have come to my inbox complaining about our health institutions. So yesterday I posted these stories or these sad experiences that people have gone through that also led maybe to disability, to death, also maybe because of lack of resources or maybe just the attitude of the nurses or doctors. So I decided to post these stories on my platform, on my Facebook Thomas Chijanje page. Then so many stories came through, and I also posted as many as I could. Later on in the day, I received a call from a private number asking me to stop posting such stories or something bad was going to happen to me. Then I also posted that on my platform. Then later on, around evening time, a Facebook page also said I should stop posting these stories and I should be arrested because I'm undermining the efforts of the government. So I just ignored. Today, the same Facebook page apologized to me and they said I was doing a good thing. What I just want to encourage everyone is let's work together to have to encourage or to give feedback to our government to improve our health institutions because we need this to work so that we can have a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Othungamela ibandla leZANU-PF eMaseni Mnangagwa kubikwa exolele lo wayengumahluleli uBenjamin Pharatha owabaleka elizweni ngemva kokuba etholakale lamacala enkohlakalo. uPharatha owayephiwe isibambiso wabaleka ngomnyaka ka-2006 ngemva kokuba etholakale lecala lokuba eyenze inkohlakalo lapho kwasukela ekubeni ecele abahluleli abathathu ukuba bakhulule umlingani wakhe sebenzisana laye lo wayesetheswa icala lokubulala. Ngokufanayo uMnangagwa uchumayela ilizwi lokuba kufunakala inkohlakalo elizweni sokuphakamise amehlo abantu ukuba kuxolelwa abanjani kanti njalo ulwisa inkohlakalo ngendlela enjani. Owebandla eliphikisayo kwele South Africa uJulius Malema uthi akazi ukutshintsha isinqumo sakhe ngokobiwa komhlabathi okungelambadalo. Izolo uye wasebenzisa ukugubha usuku lwe-Afrika ukuba ahlasele uCyril Ramaphosa kanye loDonald Trump. uMalema uthi akamesabi uDonald Trump njalo uye waveza uRamaphosa njengegwala elehluleka ukuba lemisane loTrump lapho ebeqamba amanga ngokubulawa kwabantu abamhlophe kwele South Africa. Uye wathungamela ingoma yakhe ethi bulala ibhunu bulala umlimi. Le ingoma eyayihlatshelwa ngesikhathi kusanda kutholwa uzibuse eye yasolwa kakhulu nguTrump lapho abelomhlangano wakhe loRamaphosa. Ngesikhangele kwezemidlalo, amaqembu amakhulu aweHarare Dynamos kanye leCaps United ziqhubeka ngokungenzi kuhle emidlalweni yeCastle Premiership lapho amaqembu lawo mabili enqotshiwe ngempelaviki. Nansi eminye yemiphumela edlalileyo kule impelaviki. Ngezi Platinum 2, Dynamos 1, Caps United 1, Simbapora 4, Highlanders 0, Herentals 1, Triangle 0, Manica Diamonds 1, Kwekwe United 0, Tail 1, Bikita Minerals 0, Kariba 0, Green Fuel 1, Moz 1, Yada 0, FC Platinum 0. Umdlalo phakathi kweScotland leChicken Inn awusadlalwanga ngemva kokuba abadlali bephumile emidlalweni lapho abasole khona ukuphiwa kwepenalty ebiphiwa iqembu leScotland. Umdlali odlalela ama-Warriors uMarshall Munetsi uye wahlohla igoli elihle kakhulu emidlalweni we-English Premier League, leli elincedise iqembu lakhe le-Wolves ukuba libe ngujikelo bhanqa 1-1 leqembu le-Brentford. Nansi eminye imiphumela edlalwe kumdlalo we-English Premier League. Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 1, Southampton 1, Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1, Brighton 4, Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 1, Newcastle 0, Everton 1, Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 0, Fulham 0, Manchester City 2, Leicester City 0, Bournemouth 2, Ipswich 1, West Ham 3. Ukuziphetha lezi indaba kumsakazo weCitizens Movement Radio naze besihamba phambili. Abalwela inkululeko bathi bazakuvimba umthetho kaMnangagwa ovumela ukuthengiswa komhlaba. Umongameli uChamisa ukhuthaza abantu abasha ukuba baqedise udaba lokuthola uzibuse. Sokule mniningwana evelayo ethusayo ngenkohlakalo. Siziphetha lapha lezi indaba.